For hundreds of years, one plant has served as the foundation of entire civilizations. Long before industrial animal husbandry, this plant nourished empires, supported armies, and provided strength to millions. Today, however, nearly no one is aware of it, and even if they are, almost no one is willing to plant it. Why? Because some people believed that this plant was too powerful for ordinary people to handle, too nutritious, too independent, and too deadly. Welcome to Garden Secrets, the channel where we reveal what the current food industry would like you not to know. We do not discuss vegetables that can be found in any grocery. We're talking about plants that have vanished from history and seeds that bring actual independence. Concerning crops that major businesses will never want you to master. And today, we'll talk about a plant that has more complete protein than many forms of meat, flourishes in situations that other crops don't, and was practically forbidden under threat of death in some locations 500 years ago. If you stay until the end, I'll explain why this plant has vanished from our gardens, how you can grow it yourself without breaking any rules, and why it could be your best food insurance in times of crisis. But first, offer a like if you suspect that what we are sold as modern food is only a fraction of what we could raise. Also, subscribe, because every week we unveil another garden secret that they don't want you to know. And now, what plant are we talking about? What about amaranth, often known as kiwicha by our Andean ancestors? Huatli is an Aztec, Inca, and Maya sacred plant, a non-grain plant that produces seeds so little and strong that 1 cup contains nearly twice the protein of an egg. And this isn't just any protein. This is a complete protein with all of the key amino acids your body needs: lysine, methionine, and tryptophan. All of the things that are often found only in meat, eggs, and dairy products. So, why do I say it was banned? Because the history of amaranth is one of agrarian extermination. When the Spanish conquistadors arrived in America, they not only demolished temples and captured peoples, but they also devastated whole food systems. And amaranth was at the center of these systems. The Aztecs utilized it for religious ceremonies. They combined the seeds with honey and blood to create figures of their gods. This offered the colonizers the ideal pretext. They declared it a heathen plant, a demonic plant, and prohibited it. They destroyed entire crops and punished those who cultivated them. For generations, amaranth persisted only in remote areas of the Andes, among indigenous populations that refused to forget. And this is the bit that few people discuss. This restriction has never really been about religion. It was all about control. A population that can feed itself with a plant that grows in almost any soil, does not require expensive fertilizers, is drought and frost resistant, and provides protein without the use of livestock, is difficult to control, exploit, or persuade to buy processed food. Allow me to tell you a story. My grandmother, who grew up in a little village in Oaxaca, told me that when she was a child, her mother would plant amaranth at the perimeter of the cornfield, not in the center, but hidden among the stones, so no one would see. I quietly inquired why, and she responded, because the government people said it was Indian food, food for the poor. But we knew that when maize failed us, amaranth came through. This is the reality. Amaranth was demonized, pushed into the background, and viewed as something shameful. Meanwhile, we were trained to rely on imported wheat, transgenic soy, and industrial beef that devastates the environment. Imagine this scenario. It is the year 2025. Food prices have jumped 40% in the last 2 years. Meat costs so much that you only buy it once a month. Everything, even beans and rice, has increased in price. Droughts in major agricultural areas, supply systems at breaking point, and you stand by while your family is forced to choose between protein and other fundamental necessities. What are you doing? Are you waiting for the price to drop, hoping that there will always be stuff on supermarket shelves? Or do you have some amaranth seeds in a jar? Seeds that can be sown in any area of land, including pots, rooftops, and vacant lots. Seeds that will yield 1 kilogram of plant protein in 3 to 4 months. Harvestable, edible leaves, similar to spinach. All of this is achieved without the need of artificial fertilizers, excessive watering, or sophisticated technologies. This is exactly what Amaranth is about: independence, food sovereignty, and freedom. So, how do you cultivate it? It's easier than you think, and that is precisely why you were not taught this in school. Amaranth is a tropical and subtropical plant that can adapt to practically any climate, prefers warm temperatures between 20 and 30 degrees Celsius, but may tolerate light frosts. It grows well from sea level to over 3,000 meters tall in the Andes. It is not demanding on the soil. It can thrive in low soil, slightly acidic or alkaline soils, and in areas where corn or wheat would fail. True, it requires proper drainage. He dislikes standing water. Sowing occurs directly. If you live in a temperate temperature zone, wait until there is no fear of severe frosts before sowing the seeds at a shallow depth, barely covering them with dirt. Because the seeds are little, you can combine them with a small amount of fine sand to improve dispersal. Plants require space. Because amaranth tends to be up to 2 meters tall, leave 40 to 60 centimeters between each one. In other types, the long ears, which are red, golden, or green, and covered in thousands of seeds, are pure concentrated protein. For the first few weeks, keep the soil damp but not wet. Once the plant reaches 30 centimeters in height, it becomes nearly impossible to halt. It can tolerate droughts because its roots grow deep. It is pest resistant because it contains natural chemicals that most insects shun. You don't need pesticides or synthetic fertilizers. A little compost at the start and that's it. This is a plant that will benefit you rather than harm you. And here's the interesting part. Amaranth does not have to be harvested before you can reap its benefits. Young leaves are tasty. You can pick them as wild greens, similar to spinach. Cut them up and put them in soups, wraps, tacos, and salads. They have a moderate, somewhat sweet flavor and are high in iron, calcium, vitamin A, and C. In many parts of Africa and Asia, amaranth is grown for its leaves rather than its seeds. It is a leafy vegetable that grows faster than lettuce and has significantly more nutrients. The actual prize, however, is the seeds. When the ears begin to dry and change color, and you can easily separate the seeds, it is ready to harvest. Cut the ears fully and hang them in a dry, ventilated area. Then, delicately thresh over a tarp or inside a bucket. The seeds fall out by themselves. Next comes the winnowing. When you toss the seeds into the air on a day with a light breeze, the wind transports the machina away, while the heavier seeds fall back into the container. This is an ancient meditation technique that connects you to millennia of agricultural history. After cleaning, the seeds can be kept in a cold, dry place for several years. There's no need for a refrigerator or technology, just a well-sealed glass jar. When you need protein, simply take a few and fry them. There are several options. You may cook them in a hot skillet until they puff up like miniature popcorn. This is the popping amaranth found in Mexican alegrias. You may cook them just like rice, 2 parts water and 1 part amaranth. Boiling for 15 minutes yields soft, nutritious grain that is ideal for eating with beans, veggies, or soups. You can ground the seeds into flour and combine it with corn or wheat flour to make tortillas, bread, or porridge. In the Andes, chicha is made from kiwicha, traditional fermented beverage. You can produce plant-based milk. Soak the seeds, mix with water, then drain for a creamy, protein-rich drink. Cooked amaranth can be used to fruit smoothies, vegetable soups, and lentil dishes to boost the protein content without drastically changing the flavor. As previously stated, the leaves are prepared in the same way as other leafy greens. Quick sauté with garlic and butter, chicken stock, or just veggies. Using green mole, tacos with wild greens and salsa, pies and omelets. The options are unlimited, and each one gives excellent nourishment without costing a fortune at the shop. So, why isn't everyone cultivating this fantastic, easy to grow, healthy, and hardy plant? This is the headline question, and the solution has multiple layers. First and foremost, societal stigma. Amaranth has long been associated with poverty, indigenous peoples, and the past. The modernization of agriculture in the 20th century favored wheat, rice, soybeans, and hybrid corn crops that could be industrialized, controlled using proprietary seeds, and required chemicals marketed by major corporations. Amaranth does not fit this model. It cannot be easily patented. You don't have to buy seeds each year. There is no need for specific fertilizers or branded herbicides. Secondly, there is a shortage of commercial infrastructure. There are no huge combines built for industrial-scale amaranth harvesting, such as those used for wheat or soybeans. There are no established distribution chains. There is insufficient demand for amaranth flour or paste, hence supermarket shelves are empty. People are unaware of this, hence there is no demand. And people don't know because it isn't taught, promoted, or grown commercially. It is a vicious circle. Third, regulatory misunderstanding and ignorance. Although amaranth has never been completely outlawed in most nations, many elderly people still believe that it should not be grown. The echoes of centuries of prohibition and stigmatization, and in some regions, agricultural rules are so convoluted, so focused on traditional commercial crops, that a small farmer trying to sell amaranth at the local market meets insurmountable bureaucratic hurdles and simply gives up. Fourth, modern convenience. We live in an era where it is easier to buy a bag of rice at the grocery store than to plant and harvest your own grain. Most people have no gardens, no land, and no time, or so it seemed to them. Amaranth seeds are not available at the local garden center. You must look for them, order them online, find them at specialized marketplaces, or join seed exchange communities. Most individuals simply avoid doing it because of the friction. Fifth, a lack of culinary knowledge. Our grandmothers knew how to prepare amaranth. Our great-grandmothers incorporated it into their everyday diet. But these recipes were lost and forgotten. Television taught us to cook with prepackaged supplies, commercial brands, and ingredients that came with instructions. Nobody has taught us what to do with a kilogram of amaranth seeds. So even if someone gets to obtain the seeds and plant them, when it comes time to harvest, they wonder, and what am I supposed to do with this now? This uncertainty is enough to cause amaranth to be forgotten once more. But here's some good news. All of this is changing. There is an awakening going on. People like you are viewing this video because they are looking for alternatives. They are tired of relying on an unstable and controlled food system, and they want to regain control over what they eat, how they grow it, and how they feed their family. Amaranth is one of the most effective methods for achieving this goal. You do not need to become a large-scale farmer. You do not need hectares of land. You might begin with 1 square meter in the garden. You can start with 10 pots on your balcony. Begin by asking for seeds from exchange organizations, specialized networks, local cooperatives, and organic gardening stores. And as soon as you get these first seeds, the plants will produce many more, as one amaranth plant may yield more than half a kilogram of seeds. And that will be enough to sow 10 times throughout the next year. This is a self-sustaining, abundant cycle. And, most significantly, it is completely legal. In the vast majority of Latin American countries, amaranth is not prohibited or limited for personal consumption or local sale. You can cultivate, harvest, eat, and share it. Just make sure to verify the local legislation if you intend to sell on a large scale or export, as there may be registration requirements or sanitary licenses, just as with any food product. However, there are no issues with your home garden, family, or community. So, let me summarize what we've discovered today. Amaranth is an ancient plant that fed entire civilizations, that has been suppressed and stigmatized for centuries for reasons of political and cultural control, that offers complete protein comparable to animal sources, that grows in difficult conditions, where other crops fail, that does not require expensive means and complex technologies, that provides both edible leaves and nutritious seeds, and that almost no one grows today due to a combination of stigma, lack, but now you understand the reality. And knowledge is the first step towards action. The next move is up to you. Look for seeds and start tiny. Plant at least one row of amaranth this year. Learn how to harvest. Experiment in the kitchen. Share with your neighbors. Teach your kids. Because every seed you plant is a form of resistance to a system that likes you to rely on it for every bite. If this film has opened your eyes, please leave a comment and tell us if you were already aware of amaranth or if you are learning about it for the first time. If you're ready to start growing your own garden secrets, subscribe and click the bell. Because every week I provide forgotten plants, banned techniques, and information that the food industry doesn't want you to know. Remember that genuine riches is found not in the store, but in the land, the seeds you save, and the wisdom you nurture. And finally, you don't need anyone's permission to be independent. Do not wait for the government to educate you how to raise your own food. Do not wait for corporations to grant you access to ancient seeds. Take control. Start today. Because amaranth is only one of many plants that have been wiped from your collective memory. And we're going to bring them all back. Secrets are revealed one by one. See you in the future video. And remember to sow your freedom. M.